Good afternoon, we are back for another Nelly Doer skincare video. Today we are continuing a topic that I started last week when I was talking about the different facial in a box kits that we came up with for you during the month of May. May is almost over, but I still wanted to go over a couple of tips and tricks to diminish the symptoms of acne. So let's get to it. So the number one thing that I want to talk about, like the number one question really that I get is mainly for the clients who are trying to stick to like a minimalistic type of skincare routine. Excuse me, being minimal, there's nothing wrong with that. However, for the clients who are using water as a cleanser, water is not a cleanser. Water is something you can rinse items with. It is something you can drink. However, it does not rinse your skin. Well, it rinses your skin, but it doesn't cleanse your skin. So it's actually going to be super important that for all of you who are using just water as a cleanser, this is not cleansing anything. If that were the case, we would not need detergent to clean our clothes. We would not need toothpaste to clean our teeth. So there are facial products that are made to actually cleanse your skin. So please stop cleansing with water. You're not cleansing, you are simply disrupting your pH and actually causing more issues at the end of the day by doing so. So that's the number one thing. Water is not a cleanser. Second thing, for those of you who are using astringent products, so like the actual alcohol-based products to cleanse your skin because you feel like that little tingle, it feels really nice. What you're doing, again, you're disrupting your skin's pH and you're also removing all of your natural oils that are actually causing more issues at the end of the day, because since you're stripping everything off your skin, what happens is that your skin is trying to overcompensate for the fact that you're consistently stripping everything that it currently has. So avoid all of the alcohol-based products. They're not helping you. I know that they say it's to minimize blackheads and dilated pores and all the lovely things that are being advertised, but they're really not helping you as far as a long-term effect. So avoid your astringent products. The other thing, avoid anything that's going to be rubbing your face. I know and I can understand that if you do have acne or like pimples or anything like that, what you're generally going to do is that you're going to take like a cloth or anything that's going to give you a scratching type of sensation, and then you kind of just go at it and then you start rubbing. This is not going to benefit you either, because then what you're doing is that you're going to be, very often you're going to be kind of like popping the pimples and then spreading the bacteria everywhere. So rubbing your face is not going to help either. Obviously minimize the actual touching of your face. Now I'm always touching my skin as I'm speaking, but I'm cleansing my hands all the time, and this is something that I've always done. Before touching my skin, you should always start any of your skincare routines with clean hands to make sure that you're not actually spreading more germs than anything else. Then the other thing that I want to go over, makeup. Now, a lot of people who do have acne, we're going to tend to want to put a little bit more makeup to cover up whatever situation we have going on. However, very often what we go to is we're going to go to makeup that is going to be comedogenic, and that's going to actually clog your pores. So what I would recommend is, as much as possible, especially if you do have acne, but it should be like a general rule, using mineral makeup is honestly the best way to make sure that your skin is not actually absorbing all of the makeup that you're putting on. A lot of products do say non-comedogenic, but they are going to be a little oilier, and that's one of the reasons why it's going to cause problems at the end of the day too. So if you are somebody who has acne and that you do wear makeup, just make sure that you're doing a proper cleansing really every single time that you're removing your makeup. It's not just water again. Water is not going to clean your skin as well as an actual cleanser or makeup remover. So that's the other thing. Then your pillowcase. I have myself a little list next to me to make sure I don't forget any of the things that I wanted to talk about. Your pillowcase, that is something that is overlooked all the time, just like cleansing your cell phone is overlooked. The clients that I have seen in the past that tell me, oh, I only have acne on one side of my face. And it's, we go through the different lifestyle habits and stuff like that. Do you cleanse your skin? Do you do this? Do you do that? And then I'm like, which side do you sleep on? And they always have the breakouts on the side that they sleep on. Cleansing your, not cleansing, but changing your pillowcase is something that is important, especially when you do have acne or acne prone skin, because then you have that accumulation of bacteria that's already there and you're kind of just sleeping on it and you get warm, you get hot and stuff, so it just gets worse. So as much as possible, make sure you're changing your pillowcase very often. The other thing, your cell phone. Somebody who works in a call center or just talks on the phone all the time, on the same side of your face, you are definitely going to see more bacterial proliferation in those areas because, you know, you're creating that humidity. You have put your phone on counters at stores, even though right now they're being much better about the cleansing and disinfecting of their surfaces. But other than that, you put your phone on the floor, on the table, anywhere that you go, your phone goes with you. If your hands aren't clean to begin with, because we touch different things, it's totally normal. Your phone is, chances are, going to transfer some bacteria onto your skin, and that's going to cause some extra bacteria, extra breakouts, as well. The other thing I wanted to talk about, food. Now, we are not nutritionists, however, for those of you who do have acne, you have for sure been spoken to about your different lifestyle habits when it comes to your food intake, and if you have a balanced diet. And we're always saying how we should cut off this and cut off that. We're not trying to make you cut off every good food that you have in your life. However, it has been proven that somebody who has a diet that's going to be much higher in sugar, much higher in fatty foods, we're not just talking about fast food in general, we're going to be talking about even meat that have a lot of fat in them, That's something that's going to affect quite a bit somebody who eats a lot of dairy products. So what I can recommend you do is that slowly start cutting out, or minimizing, actually, not cutting out completely because we don't want you to go crazy either. So just minimize a little bit more certain food items that you're normally eating. So if you're somebody who eats cheese 4 times a day, maybe you want to cut down to 2 and see what that's going to do on your skin, because what we put inside our body definitely does affect on the outside of our body. Now, coming to my last point, which is again related to not so much your food intake, so not so much of you having too much sugar in your body, but more something that is lacking in your body would be very often minerals and supplements. So what you can do, and it is very, very beneficial as well for somebody to be taking zinc, vitamin B supplements. There's a bunch of different supplements that you can take that are going to be all natural, again, without going into the actual medication, that are going to help you and just help your skin heal better. Vitamin deficiency plays a really, really big role as far as your skin aging, but also as far as the complexion and everything like that. You've probably heard it many times before, but it is an actual thing. So it's not just we're trying to get you to take your daily vitamins, we're trying to make your skin better, and by doing so, taking those extra supplements is going to be very beneficial for you. Now, one of the fatty foods that I did not mention specifically, but a diet that is super high in omega-6, because you're somebody who's very athletic, you work out a lot and stuff like that, chances are you do eat a lot more fish than potentially red meat, for example. Certain fish are going to have a very high amount of omega-6, which is not going to be beneficial for you. However, you can still get all that nutrition from taking omega-3 supplements, which are like fish oils, essentially, and those are going to work on your skin as well. So, to recap, use a good cleanser. Make sure that you wash your hands constantly. Obviously, don't touch your skin if you're not going to be, if you don't have to, as much as possible, but always make sure your hands are clean before you actually start your own skincare routine at home. We're talking about just basic cleansing. You should always cleanse your hands first. Make sure your phone is disinfected. Try and cut down a little bit on the sugar, and just, you're going to see a really nice improvement rather quickly. So I don't think there are any questions today. If you do, please leave them in the comment box and I'm going to answer throughout the day. If I haven't had the chance to see, because sometimes I don't see the questions pop up at the same time, please feel free to send us a message directly in the Derme&Co messenger system. But other than that, I will be answering throughout the day. So I will see you on Friday when we're going to talk about inflammaging. So how to work with skins that are a little bit more red, and the aging process, really what's the difference between that and a skin that has no redness. So I will see you then.